foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching His word in truth and sincerity. And to you ribs, and to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom. Right, so I saw this clip that brothers put in a chat that we all in. Right, it says preparation of civil defense in the siege. It says there's a serious threat the Russian troops will lay siege to some Ukrainian cities because of failing to overthrow the Ukrainian government quickly. Therefore, civilians must prepare to reduce casualties and maximize survival. This document outlines important areas where training is needed for the civilian population. Why is this important? Because what you see going on there will eventually happen here. Since Obama ended posse comitatus, the law which prevents military from holding, the law that prohibits police agencies to hold military-grade weapons, right? It was put there so they don't over-militarize the police, and now that was removed. So that means what? In the case of civil unrest, the police will have instant boots on the ground, in a sense, because they know what's coming. They know that civil unrest is coming, right? And this article came out in the same month that the movie Civil War came out. I have not seen that movie, but Lord's will, I get to see it soon. Because they're playing these movies, they're playing, right, they just telling you in your face what they're going to do before they do it. Right, around the time where after Obama ended that posse comitatus, they had this thing called Jade Helm, Operation Jade Helm, where the police were doing military-style training in major cities like Texas and Miami without warning the population. The population didn't know about that. But anyways, read on. Therefore, civilians must prepare to reduce casualties and maximize survival. Okay, we read that. It's telling you what to do with water. It says access to water will likely be blocked intentionally to force defenders to surrender, or due to accidental damage to water treatment facilities and pipelines. Now, with all these people coming into the border right now intentionally, I think that this thing's much bigger than what we see, right? Like, Ukraine versus Russia, this and that. Like, yeah, these things are happening, but it's much deeper than that. Because the people who's pulling all the strings, none of this matters. None of this matters, man. The point is to crumble the world economy, right? And the way you do it is to deplete the working class men, the money, the funds, drain it completely to institute a new type of currency, which is digital, right? But it doesn't end there. Let's keep reading. Nevertheless, water is vital for drinking, obviously, right? Firefighting and healing. While the supply source is still available, fill as many containers as possible. These include bottles, pots, tubes, containers, and non-traditional water containers such as condoms. Okay, I had to pause there because I I didn't know that was even in there. Without water, you can only resist for up to 3 days. Food. Create stock of high-calorie food for long-term storage. Start limiting your consumption now. Cook perishable foods while there is electricity as long as possible, and freeze it. After the loss of electricity, store food in cold places, preferably underground, with ice and in a safe place where it will not be damaged or lost during the battle. Can you imagine that? Right? You got this yummy ass steak, and you gotta bury it in your backyard in a place where you could locate it in case there was a battle there. Like what kind of what kind of battle is this where you gotta locate your steak in a proper way in order to retrieve it. It's wild. Where it will not be damaged or lost during the battle. Divide the stock of canned fruits and vegetables into parts because they will decrease over time. Okay. All right, you can look this stuff up. Look at this. It's a lot to go through, man, but you can look this up. It's called dovidka.info handbook. Wild. Real stuff, people. Coming to a city near you. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the full leg, preaching his word and truth and sincerity to you real, to you sisters out there learning silence. And stay in the order. I say to you all, Shalom.